So I'm trying to live stream inside the Facebook group, which I have been trying for a long time. So with this training, I want this live streaming inside the Facebook group as well. So I think it looks like it's working now. So we are good to get started. Yeah, welcome Sayog. Welcome Suja. I'll quickly share that everybody like we are live and we are ready to start. So just for as you guys are waiting, I want you to drop in the chat, like where are you joining and what are you looking forward to inside this workshop or today's session. Yeah, any expectations? Do share.
Minnesota. I think what was it? We'll just put okay.
Welcome, Bhairavi.
Oops.
Lisa, you're typing?
Yeah, I am. New Year
Yeah.
equals new
Yeah,
me.
welcome, Sumati. All right, so we are good to go. I have sent the reminders and we are live streaming, so that's good. All right. So for all of those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Ranjini Sanjay. I'm joining from Chennai and I'm a business coach for the last 4 to 5 years. It's my 5th year. And as an entrepreneur, this is my 10th year. So a decade I have. So I'm so happy about it. And somebody started the recording. I think it automatically started. All right. So thank you, Zoom, for doing that. AI helps us, in amazing ways. So even if I forget to record, it is recording. All right. So this workshop is all about reinventing your business. It is about, really looking at it with a new perspective, because many of us have, like as an entrepreneur, I would say for the decade, I have mixed emotions around my goals, my, aspirations and what I'm up to. Like it always feels like, it could have been better. It could have been better. So quickly for everybody, a quick question, like whatever your goals were in the last year, whether it's life or business, and on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you position yourself? Like, did you achieve? If you have achieved, put it 10, 100%. If you think that still something to cover, 7. Thank you, Ashwini, for sharing. So for me, it's a 8. So I'm not a 10 on 10, I would say. I'm an 80% on my, achieving my goals. Thank you, Lisa, 5. Great. So this is going to be first sessions. It's a reflective session. So we are going to set the tone, like how we can. So if you are going to continue the training for the next 9 days, I think there will be a lot for you to take on from the action perspective to implement as soon as we finish. So a good place to start, 7, 8. Thank you so much for sharing. So nothing wrong wherever we are. It is good. We have come this far. And now let's look at setting up a new perspective for 2025 and getting started. So having 2025 already there, we are in the Q1. What is that, the top thing in your mind, like this year, a top goal? Like if it is business, you can write. If it is life, you can write. What's the top goal? Please type it in the chat. All right. So let me look at the chat. Okay. Got some responses. Launching a new business. Great. foundation, impact, and scaling, new clients. Great. So today I'm going to focus mainly on the sales part of it because this is the skill, or this is the aspect of business which decides if it is revenue based or anything that you want to achieve in terms of numbers. I think, for coaches and consultant, to be very specific, it's the sales conversations. So right now, I am the founder of a online business school. I have a community of more than 100 people in this, both as part of my clientele as well as the podcast I host. On the name is the Real Entrepreneur Show. I've interviewed almost 100 people around the world. So this is a community I've built, and the paid members are part of my business school. So when I started my journey as an entrepreneur, I started with kindergarten schools, and I'm a retired software engineer. I'm a techie, but no, that business didn't go well, and I incurred a lot of loss. And before pandemic, I decided to give myself a new start, and that's how I started my coaching. So if I have to look back from kindergarten schools to business school online. So this has been my journey in the last decade. So celebrating this, inviting you, and thank you for all those who are going to watch this live or on a replay. It's going to be a 9 days program where I'm going to take you step by step. Each day is going to be a new topic. So today is about sales. And this is a little bit about me. This workbook is there in the message that you have received from me. You can download it. And this workbook has the curriculum, what topics I'm going to cover. So today we are going to predominantly talk about selling. Tomorrow we're going to be rebranding with a new message and new perspective so that you get to your goals, get the clients that you have been looking for, or the business launch that has been no waiting. And now you have reached 2025 and you really want to give a good start to it. 8-figure mindset. So being a high ticket coach and have created 8-figure revenues in my community, I will give you certain tips around how you can have or acquire this kind of a mindset that can get you to the bigger goals that you have in life. Products and services. Then we will get into teams. You will be meeting some of the community members, my team members also, who are support in different capacities. The well-being. No, so the business that we are building, and I'm looking at not just from the revenue perspective. I am looking at from your well-being as well. You should not be burning out or no getting into overwhelm. You should be able to take care of yourself. It's a life that you are designing around the business that you are creating. So well-being will be a separate day. How you can take care of your energy. Community building. You need to have a loyal fan following when it comes to online business. So how to build that, for your business growth will be the day 7. And day 8, we are going to talk about accountability. So this is pretty much what we are going to cover in this 9 days. And let me see who else is there. Welcome, Sandhya. Welcome, Yogita. Welcome, Martin. Good to see you. How are you doing? Thank you so much. And let's get started. So before getting into the sales conversation, I really want your pulse. Like how do you rate yourself in the sales side? Like 1 to 10. If you're good, put 10. If you're average, put 2. Or maybe bad, you can put 2. But considering what is the score that you want to give, like how good are you at selling? 6. Great. All right, 6, 5, 9. Excellent, Martin. 1 to 2. I think you haven't started yet. So welcome, Rini. Welcome, Sandhya. All right, 6. So let me take you to 3 different perspectives of sales. Now, this I have learned from my mentor, Kelly Roach. I've been following her for last 4 years, and I thanks to her trainings, I have built a business of my dreams. So I'm going to share something I learned recently from her, three perspectives around sales. And I want you to take the next 10 to 20 minutes as I explain this, like 2025, which strategy of sales are you going to pick it up? Because this will be my closing question to all of you. Like, what are you going to take on from this session around sales and implement for the rest of the year? Okay. So here it is. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So selling, when it comes to, let me give you my story around selling. Being a techie, coming from a job background, a corporate, I never had an experience of sales when I had that decade-long career in corporate. Never a need to sell anything or present any presentation or pitch anything. It was never there in my, day-to-day work. Now, I don't come from a sales background as well, and my family doesn't belong to a business family. So I have zero experience when I started my journey as an entrepreneur sales. And as a techie, I was very, resistive around, selling myself. I was so proud to, say like, no, I'm a techie, I'm a knowledgeable person versus selling was not a great idea for me. But over the last 10 years, since my business didn't go well, the first one with the kindergarten schools, I didn't make much profits. So I had to close on a good note. But I realized that, like in a hard way, that if you want to succeed in this zone, you need to master sales, you need to master marketing. And if you're somebody who is shy about this, then I want you to give this a second thought. Like, this is a skill to be mastered if you want to succeed in this area. Okay. And you can do it authentically. So I've learned it, though I made my own set of blunders, but I've learned it, like, it can be done in a way that you don't feel like, you're doing something unethical. It doesn't align with what you do. With complete authenticity, you can talk about your services. Okay. So three aspects around, three sales styles, I would say. Selling styles would be transactional, relational, and spiritual. So these are the three predominant styles practiced in, across the world, I would say: transactional, relational, and spiritual. So we are going to deep dive each one and see, and for you to see for yourself, like, where you are the most. Are you in the transactional selling style? Are you in the relational selling style? Or are you in the spiritual selling style? We will discover by the time we end this presentation. Okay. So selling is an exchange of value. I want to hear from you, like, for you, what it is, selling, in one word. You can type it in the chat or unmute and speak, whatever works for you. For you, what is selling? Like, here in my presentation, it says exchange of value. And this value can be from basic transactions to meaningful transformation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anybody wants to share what is selling for you? Service, great. Any other answer?
Transaction.
Transaction,
It's just a simple transaction.
yeah.
I
Making
think
idea. Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, Martin, you're saying something?
Connection.
Communication. Okay.
Connection.
Connection. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Connection is good. Building relationships. So we all have a perspective. So for me, when I started sales, it was like really hard. Really hard for me to really, sell something. So when it comes to the numbers, if you think that you haven't hit the number that you were looking at when it comes to the revenue, then somewhere the conversation is with your self-worth. You don't have enough, that self-worth. You don't have a strong conversation about that self-worth within you that you can translate that into your bank account. So this is the first thing I want to share, because if I have made a great loss in my previous business, and if I have, made a multiple million income in the current business, the only thing I have, worked really hard is on myself, my conversation about my own worth. And my whole, the whole year is all about really translating that into my bank account. Okay. So this is more going deeper with your own conversations about yourself and seeing that as a result or an outcome in your bank account. So this is the place I want to start. Whatever is your conversation, we are going to trying to shift it as far as we can so that you see your desired numbers in your revenues. All right. So let's get into the transactional selling. We all have done this. Like, this is pretty much buying any service like a commodity. It's, it looks at, closing very quickly. The time frame is very less. You have seen the short windows, buy now, otherwise the offer goes away. Very transactional. The customer relationship emphasis is minimal. The long-term connection is not there. I would say it's, it's nothing, related to any long-term association with the customer. Low on emotional investment. So the people who buy stuff from you, if it is a transactional way of selling, their emotional investment is low. But however, this selling works on a quick revenue generation strategy. The buyers, they focus on features and price. The only focus of saying a yes to you is looking at the features and making the best deal out of it, the price point. Generally, they are low ticket. They look for guarantees, discounts, and a number of things. They want a lot of information, but it's a low ticket. And if you want to make success in this side of it, it is like, you need to work on getting a lot of volume in this area. So if you are somebody who's selling a low ticket, a program or a service, then, if you want to make that success, the big revenue numbers you want to see, you need to work on your volumes. And the customer loyalty also is low here. I think we all have experienced this, where we have attended webinars, free webinars, 99, 199 ticket webinars. And the many a times I have bought and I have sometimes missed attending them also. So it's a low commitment, low risk, and low level of investment around, both in terms of money and emotions. So see for yourself how many transactional selling you have done. Now let me give you something that goes with this kind of selling, like the experience that you have. Like these people, the people, even the buyers and sellers, they run into a lot of bargaining conversations. They have a lot of reasons to really, you have to explain a lot of stuff about you. It's a low ticket program, but you have to explain so much. You give them so many guarantees, so much of information. No, it's like in Indian scenario, I would say buying a thali, we say a full meal. No, we want a lot of stuff on that meal plate, but no, we want as a best deal, best offer, whether we consume or not. No, it is of no question, but we want the best deal out of it. So, no, I personally feel that it is very tiring to sell these kind of, not in a transactional way. For me personally, I would say it drains a lot of my energy to keep talking about it. And no, that's one reason I'm not doing webinars these days, because it is more of a transactional selling when it comes to webinar. Short ticket program, and you have to do so much of 2 hours of grinding, convincing, so that people buy. However, nothing wrong. It works. No, but if this is your style, good for you. All you need is to work on volumes to get to your revenue figures. Okay. So this is the transactional one. Let's move on to the second style, relational selling. I have experienced this very less, I would say 5% in my entire the number of clients I have closed. Relational is more around the referral system you have. You refer somebody to someone. So it is high on the relationship you build with somebody. It builds a loyalty around the business that you are running. A lot of focus on trust and understanding. And this is a typical selling style when it comes to affiliate and commission basis, when you refer somebody, and word of mouth, and works best on a high ticket coaching. Like if you're a one-to-one consulting on a high ticket coach, this is a great strategy. Like, if you like this, good, it can give you, I know, if you like this, all you need to focus on building, relationship with people and leverage the network that you have. And this kind of selling is called relational, or referral based selling comes here. So this is more customized, consultant kind of selling. And this requires a deeper investment in relationship. You have to be a people person to do this. If your business is built on a referral system, and then this is like, you have the skill of building amazing connections with people. But this is quite a time consuming and may not be very, I would say, it works to a certain level. If you have a 20-30% of your business coming from a referral system, good, but it has to fit your style of the kind of person you are. Okay. And my take on relational selling is, though I have got people referred by other my clients, I would say my clients referring other, but and even I have referred people to my mentors program, and I've done all this work. But my personal take is, they don't get the same results what I got, or the client who referred a friend, the client's results and the friend's results are not the same. So sometimes they, there is a difference. They feel like, oh, it worked for you. So there is a they have a feeling like whether they got something more or no, I got something less. So somewhere there is this tussle around people, like uh, s- so which is very tricky and very difficult to sort out when it comes to people management. So my personal take is, I don't encourage too much of referrals, and I don't refer too much, because this has been my experience in the referral system. But I'm going to take this topic in an extensive workshop in future, because I'm learning this from my mentor, how to build a 6-figure referral system. So maybe I don't have the entire strategy clearly with me, but when I get all the pieces together, I will teach you that as well. But if you're a people's person, this strategy works. Now, moving on, the last one is spiritual. Now, I'm very lucky that I was introduced to this concept very early in my business coaching career. Now, 4 years back, when I was working with my first mentor, she taught me what is spiritual selling. It is like completely aligning with who you are and focusing on the future that you are going to create with your clients. And this is something like you enjoy doing. It's not a work for me, like to talk about how I can help you, how I can make a difference in your life to someone through my whatever service I have, whether it's writing a book, whether it's designing a signature coaching program, or if it is doing a retreat, doing a webinar. I'm pretty open and very, I would say raw and real in terms of sharing how I can help you, anybody who's there on a call, because I'm completely aligned with what I'm doing. And that brings that ease in talking about what I do. And this is the best way. It has given me amazing results, because the sales, which was hard for me in my previous business, it has become easy. It has become very natural. I sometimes feel I'm all the time selling something or the other. So no, it's like, no, some people get annoyed with me, but no, I'm okay about it, because I'm here for somebody's good. So whether they resist or not, I'm pretty okay about it. So this is this is where people invest on high ticket. There's a high intent in investing in such programs, and there is a long-term relationship. It's not a short-term, like an immediate, I need something. They can really see what transformation I'm going to get, and they value that, the transformation that they are going to get as they work with me. And it is not a scalable system, but with tools that we have, technology and team, we can make it scalable. So we can teach this to others and bring more people into it. It requires a mindset shift for your buyers and for you as well. Because it was a big shift for me to own it up, own my story, own the transformation I have, and I'm here to give you. So that is the game changer here. But definitely, when you sell, it's not just a transaction. I have a relationship for life. It's a friend. It's somebody that I can know. I don't say like, no, it's only for a year and then we are not going to connect, or we don't have a relationship beyond that. So it's something amazing, and it's a fulfilling experience it creates when it comes to doing business in this way. Okay. So this is what I recommend for 2025, because I've been practicing this very religiously from the last year and this year as well, because last year is when I joined a high ticket coach and I started doing high ticket sales. So this is the one that has helped me. So for all of you to really see a comparison, this is the table I have created. So if you're somebody who is looking at creating a high impact, then this style is for you. All right. So value driven, purpose, and it is something like you promising transformation and aligning with your purpose, and it's something forever. It's a lifelong conversation. It is not for now or for another 5 years or 10 years. I think you can talk about this forever. So this is that kind of style. And I would recommend this style for coaches, healers, to get to that extraordinary level of success in your business. So this is my recommendation. And somebody I want you to share here is this. This is Mr. Sri Ravi Shankar. If you're an Indian, you would be definitely knowing. He's someone who has he's a global phenomena. And something that he sells is a nano or a micro habit, we call it, is a breath work. We call it as Sudarshan Kriya. And he has built a multi-million dollar business around it. He's a saint. Looks like Jesus also. It's mentioned in this book. And he, this is his biography, and he says like, one of the events he was hosting when he was a young speaker, somebody said like, no, let's a strategic way of doing an event, and like we can pull a lot of crowd. And he responded to them like, it's my job is not about pulling crowd to the event. My job is about sharing my knowledge here, and that's why I'm here for. I think so that he was so grounded on his foundation that whatever knowledge he has, he's here to share. And this is what we need to follow as a formula or a principle, as an expert, as a subject matter expert, that we are here to share. We are here to share our story, inspire people, build trust, gain credibility, and serve them with the highest, at the highest level. And in this process, you achieve your full potential. So he did not look at from a perspective of building a multi-million dollar company. He was just there to share. And his company is a phenomena now. So all those people who are watching this on a replay or a live, this is my invitation. And this is possible if you practice spiritual selling in your business, creating meaningful impact, not just for your clients, but for you as well. Right? So these are some tips around each style. Whatever works for you, good. My recommendation I have shared already. And I'm here to help you, support you in terms of whatever way you want to grow your business, I can be a sounding board. I can help you with the strategies and skills that can help you reach the success that you desire for 2025 and beyond as well. So spiritual selling works for coaches, healers, and transactional is for those who are like no commodity selling. So I would rather not recommend that for all of those in this room. I recommend this. So reflect on your styles and see for yourself like how you can add more purpose and connection to your approach of sales this year, and start identifying elements that that can take the business to the success that you are looking for. All right. So that's all from me for today. And any questions, I'm here to answer. So this is the quote I want to leave you with. Tomorrow we are going to talk. So whatever is your style. So first, finalize the style for 2025, which way you want to go and grow your business this year. And we will look at the branding message tomorrow, same time, 8:30 p.m. and how you can create a new message that not only inspires you, but attracts the people that you want to work this year, your clientele. Okay.
So
So
what is
that's
a
all.
self-reflective question, Ranjini?
Yeah, Sumati?
Yeah, what is a self-reflective question?
Okay, I'll just show you once again. You can make a note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I add
How
more purpose and
more
connection?
purpose
Okay.
connection to my approach, and begin integrating elements of relational and spiritual selling in your business today. So you can use both. I don't recommend transactional selling, but if you have some low ticket programs, the approach will remain the same for low ticket programs. But this is for the high ticket consulting and coaching services. You can use both relational and spiritual selling styles. Okay. So this is a homework for today. Tomorrow, we are going to rework on the branding message so that your business
In this
reinvention
case,
workshops starts.
yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, I think we need to be very much aware and know about our values, right?
Yes.
And the purpose of us coaching, which is having a alignment with our core values only.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
in that way, I think. So can you give an example, Ranjini? How to, suppose I'm going to switch from relational to spiritual. I've decided today to make it more
yeah.
conscious. In that way,
I'll
can
give you
you?
an example. I'll give you an example. See, when I went through a loss in my previous business, like it was like multiple millions, and I was really, my story, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was telling me, you don't know how finances work, you don't know how to do business, and all that thing I was hearing around me. And I reflected on myself, like, no, what did I do wrong? Is there the business idea? Is this the brand I selected, the work I did? What went wrong? What went wrong? I really started questioning myself. So I took a premium brand, and it has very high value premium services. Premium, that time also I was a premium service provider. I knew the takers are less. If I have to look at the market, the takers are less, but I don't want to dilute my the services to just to get some clients. Just I don't want to go low in my prices or on my services anyway, just to get some numbers and income and get more profits. I was here only. But what I learned from the what I understood business in that environment was, it was more about beating the competition. It's like somebody's loss is my gain. Your business strategy or marketing should be in a way that the other school should not get more students. I should do something that I get more students. So it was like grabbing or snatching from someone, and which was not ethically, or I would say it was not aligning with my system. I always believe that we can coexist even as competitors. We can all thrive and grow. And that's when I realigned my own way of doing businesses. I will do it in a way where everybody wins in the same niche. All coaches, all businesses can thrive. We can coexist. And it is a philosophy and it completely aligns with who I am. And somewhere I stood on that and then looked at the next business in that perspective. So when you own your story and own your, the reason why you're here, the why, you will find the ways to do it. So quick way I can still reflect on your things, like what went wrong, what did, and see for yourself what works for you according to your philosophy, your system, your values. And then once you tap into that, being a therapist, I can, say I did my own thing, but I tapped into that power, like who I am, what it means, like when I am doing a business, how it is different from, it's not about being different, it's about being me. And I want to do it this way. And I want to make this work. And I made it work. Right? Right? So
Yeah,
that's it.
got it.
So it's more of going deep in who I am and what I'm here for. And then
Yeah, making the
there,
strong, what I'm telling is what I understand as a summary, like, shortly, I would say is that maybe correct me if I'm wrong. It's like about getting in core to the strong why. That is
yes,
that. And connecting with our own story. Why am I
yes,
here, first of all? And then it has to be aligned with our own core value also, because
yes,
that only sustains us in the journey, actually. So maybe
yes,
just keeping on, focusing on that more than the outcome. I think it's
yeah,
about aligning my own self again and again.
yes. So I will give you a broader example tomorrow when I show you how I do rebranding every year. Every year I rebrand my message. I come with a message which is more stronger, more aligned. I am connected, and so I'm able to find my clients as well. No, so you can do this exercise every year as you go. But last 10 years, my why has remained the same. How I do things have changed a little bit, but the foundation is, so when we move away from the foundations, we are a little disturbed and we are distracted. So bring yourself back to, where you started, why you
Yeah.
started, and then it will show. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
I hope this session helps, and this is going to be more, there's no strategy here. This is a reflection. You have to reflect on what you have been doing in the last few years and what needs to be done. So it's more a inner work, deeper work, that you see a bigger result in your revenues. Okay. All right, then I'll see you tomorrow and come back with your answers, and we will work on the branding. So thank you so much for staying back till the end. So those of you who have missed can watch the replay. I'll be sharing the link soon. So good night and good day for others. Lisa, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.